Trucker Todd here, and time for another video. All right, folks, I guess it's time we talk about the spot market a little bit and what's going on there. It's no secret the rates have been down, and I kind of want to talk about what I think's causing that and how we got to where we're at. Is it Trump's fault? Whose fault is it? We're going to take a look at that. But before we do, I'd like it if you'd consider giving this video a thumbs up, sharing it on your social media platforms, and while you're at it, you might as well subscribe to the channel. You just click the subscribe button, wait a few seconds, a bell will pop up. Click that bell, select all, and that way, when I do a live show on Tuesday or Thursday or some other random time during the week, you'll get a notification. And when I put out videos such as this, you'll get a notification for that as well. Also, I haven't been doing the intro lately because I'm planning on making a new one, but I'm going to go ahead and roll it one more time right here so you guys can see it one last time before we move it on over. All right, folks, let's get this party started. Here we go.
And this is why I do this, why I'm out here, why I keep that hammer down, flying by these road signs with home on my mind. These wheels turning round for my family and for my kids, for this life I wanna live. And this is why I do this.
So the idea behind this video is when greed defeats ignorance. I want to be very clear. Ignorance doesn't mean stupidity. Ignorance means people that don't know. If someone's ignorant about something, they don't know something about something. And that's what's happening right here, right now. I just booked a load earlier today, which will be yesterday for y'all. I'm filming this the night before it comes out. And they started off at $850. By the time we got done, we were at $1,150. That's roughly, not quite, but almost a 40% markup. And keep in mind, these brokers have very little overhead. They've got a cell phone, they've got a laptop, and some initial expense in finding the load with salespeople, things like that. As compared to what truckers' overhead is, it's nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. 40% seems excessive to me, and plus once they get that freight, they get multiple loads, whereas we're doing them one at a time. I think probably 10% is fair, maybe 15%. 40% is outrageous. Now, keep in mind, when a broker does this, we're looking at basically a 60-40 split had I taken it for the $850. And then I've got a split anywhere from, depending on what carrier I'm at, anywhere from 12% to as much as 35% of that with my carrier. And in my particular case, I'm splitting 18% of it. So after the broker steals 40% off the top, and I shouldn't use the word steal, that's not right. After the broker gets their 40% that they would like to get, then another 18% of that's going to come off for my carrier. And so definitely doesn't feel fair, doesn't feel right. A lot of people want to blame the tariffs, but most of the tariffs have already been handled. Countries are falling in line with the United States, and whether we like Trump or not, at some point we're going to have to admit that his policies seem to be working. The rest of the economy is not doing bad. Trucking is still struggling. So how did we get here? Why are we here? Well, I think it's kind of a several part thing. For one, we had a bunch of people. It started back in COVID and continued for a while. They got into trucking that knew nothing about trucking. They thought it was a get-rich-quick scheme. They were going to come in, they were going to make a bunch of money. And initially they did. Then things kind of cooled off, and they didn't know how to run a business, how to quote rates, and that's where the ignorance comes in. So you've got these brokers that are taking a large percentage of the load, and you call to negotiate, and they're like, if you don't want to take it, somebody else will call in a little bit and take it. And it just makes it tough to make money. And I've personally said that I'm not pulling the stuff. I'll sit, I'll deadhead somewhere. It's funny to me because I'll be talking to my friends and they'll go, you know, Trucker Todd, you need to get out of your comfort zone. I'm like, I'm already out of my comfort zone. I'm willing to do what I got to do. If I've got to reposition my truck, I don't have a problem doing that. If I got to sit for a day, I don't have a problem doing that. But what I'm not going to do is haul at rates that are below the average to the point where I'm bringing rates down myself. And until each of you get the gonads to do that, we're going to keep having rates like this. You guys, Aaron Tippin had the country song, you got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. That's what's happening right now. Several of you are falling for anything instead of standing your ground, knowing your worth. Hey, look, I could have took that load for $850 today, but I got another $300 out of them by standing my ground. And that particular load pays somewhere a little north of $5 a mile right now. Now it's only 200 and something miles. It paid $11.50, but that's all I care about on the spot market is my rate per day. The less miles I can do and achieve that rate, the better off I am. So this is a great load. And some of my friends will tell you I was pretty stressed when I was trying to find something. And several times I considered moving to a different area, but I just stood my ground. Scott called me about an unrelated issue. For those that don't know, Scott is the owner of the company I'm leased on to. And he asked me what the freight market was like in my area. I said, man, it's bad. But I said, about 2 o'clock today, there'll be some more loads come on. And I'm just going to sit it out and see what happens. He's like, okay. He trusts my judgment. And sure enough, this load popped up. And as soon as it did, I called on it. And by just explaining to the broker what the market average was, what fuel had been doing, what things looked like in my area, I was able to get that rate up. But it just tells you, though, that if they were able to come up that much, that they had that load really padded. And they were just waiting for some guy to come along that was scared because the market was slow and take that low ball rate. And when they saw that they were dealing with somebody that knew their numbers and knew what they were dealing with, then I had some negotiating power. And that's what each and every one of you is going to have to do. If you don't know an area, call somebody. Not me necessarily. You could call me or email me. I can't do everybody's load selection for them. But if you need advice, call somebody you know and say, hey, does this seem like a fair rate from this area to this area? And don't sell yourself short. They need you just as bad as you need them. It's just right now, we've got a bunch of weak-kneed people that are caving, and it's making the market really tough. And as companies go out, we just had that Florida company, Carol Fulmer, go out. As companies go out, unfortunately, that is going to improve the market. So a lot of those drivers will, relocate to new companies. Some of them will say, screw it, and get out of trucking altogether. And you can't blame them. I can tell you, I've thought about getting out of trucking at times, even recently. I don't know what the solution is, but I know the solution is partially educating yourself about freight lanes, where you're going, what you're doing, knowing your cost per mile, knowing your break-even point, and most importantly, knowing your worth. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, or email me at todd@truckertodd.net. That's todd@truckertodd.net. Also, click on the title of this video and read the description. There's a lot of great information there. and we'll catch you on the next video. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.